Hello everyone. Last time we have explained about the structure of nucleus. In a nucleus we have explained about the size, shape, number and position of nucleus in a different cells. Together with we have explained about the nuclear envelope and nuclear pore complex representing the ultrastructure of nuclear envelope and nuclear pore complex. Then next important component or the material of the nucleus which is enclosed inside of the nuclear envelope or the nuclear membrane called as nuclear sap or nuclear matrix or nucleoplasm. The body of the nucleus within the nuclear envelope is made up of dense jelly-like mass which is composed of two elements, each of which is a dynamic in nature and has complex chemical composition. And these elements of nuclear sap are the nuclear gel or called as karyolymph and the chromatin material. So the nucleoplasm or the nuclear sap consisting mainly two components. One, that is a dense uh, nuclear fluid, dynamic, which is dynamic in nature, which is a dense jelly-like substance or composed of number of substances or the biomolecules in the form of different type of RNAs, ribosomes, proteins, enzymes as a dense jelly like nuclear matrix or a nuclear sap, and it is also called as karyolymph. Then second important component of the nuclear sap or nucleoplasm is the chromatin. The chromatin material representing different type of chromosomes, which is a genetic material composed of DNA and the proteins forming the chromosomes, and which are main component of the nucleus responsible for transcription and translation of different type of proteins or which represents the genetic material as such, and that can be occurring in the form of two components such as euchromatin or heterochromatin. So the chromatin material is in the form of DNA and proteins. So together DNA together with some proteins called as nucleoproteins like histones, non-histones, and which compose to form the chromosomal components or the chromosomal materials, which are the fibers or thread-like or the filamentous bodies and serves as a important genetic material in the nucleus. So the elements, two elements of the nucleoplasm or nuclear sap are the nuclear gel, which is a dense jelly-like substance composed of number of substances either dissolved or suspended or in the form of organic or inorganic substances occurring in the nuclear matrix or nuclear sap, but important solid components, that is chromosomes, are also present in the nucleoplasm or nuclear sap. The first will explain the nuclear gel or karyolymph. It is highly granular. The nuclear gel or the karyolymph or nuclear sap is highly granular, containing fibrous material. It is rich in proteins which account for more than 90% material. So there are 90% of the proteins present in the nuclear gel or the karyolymph. A small percentage of DNA, RNA and the phospholipids is also present. The proteins are largely acidic and they have an unusual property of expanding and contracting under the influence of calcium ions and magnesium ions. In this region, events like replication of DNA, transcription of mRNA, and transport of substances like different proteins or enzymes taking place. So nuclear gel or the karyolimb is highly granular substance containing fibrous material, and it is rich in proteins. About 90% of the proteins are present in the nuclear gel or the karyolimb, and a small percentage of nucleic acids such as DNA, RNA, and the phospholipids are also present in the karyolimb or nuclear gel. The proteins are largely acidic, and they have an unusual property of expanding and contracting under the influence of calcium and magnesium ions. And in this region, events like replication of DNA, transcription, and transport of substances taking place. The chromatin material, which is usually in the form of chromosomes, the other component which is present in the nuclear matrix or nucleoplasm includes nucleolus and the chromatin. The chromatin is present in a condensed form called as heterochromatin. The chromatin material is present in a condensed form or in a compact form called as a heterochromatin, which is present in patches near the nuclear envelope, either scattered in the interior or surrounding the nucleolus. The matrix has non-chromatin material. The gel-like nuclear matrix has non-chromatin material forming the interchromatin matrix, and it was thought to be the site of DNA replication lies in the vicinity of nuclear envelope. Nuclear matrix is also the site of transcription because of certain amount of residual DNA is found associated with the matrix proteins. Subsequently, RNA undergoes post-transcriptional changes in the matrix itself, where it is processed to smaller RNA pieces, which are then ultimately passed through the nuclear pores to the cytoplasm. So, the nuclear sap or nuclear matrix is composed of many dissolved or suspended substances or the components present in the nucleoplasm or nuclear gel or the karyolimb, and which are consisting of number of substances such as different type of RNAs, ribosomes, proteins, enzymes, minerals, even the fibrous substances in the form of chromatin material, that is chromosomes, uh, which are mainly composed of DNA and the nucleoproteins to form the chromosomes, and these chromosomes are consisting of two type of chromatin material, that is heterochromatin and euchromatin. Heterochromatin is a compact DNA or the dense type of DNA occurring in a large quantity, and usually it is inert or inactive DNA, which will not get easily involved in the process of transcription and translation, that is synthesis of RNA and the proteins after the transcription. So first there is a transcription of mRNA from DNA of the chromosomes, and the transcribed mRNA then get involved in the process of translation, that is protein synthesis. So the heterochromatin is a compact DNA, and which is an inactive type of DNA or it is present in a large quantity. But euchromatin is a true chromatin material consisting of true DNA or the active DNA, which is in a less quantity present in the chromosomes, but easily get involved in the process of transcription and translation. So there are two types of chromatin materials are present in the nucleoplasm, such as heterochromatin and euchromatin, but are in the form of filamentous structures, that is chromosomes. Then the nuclear matrix also possesses large amount of proteins, enzymes, then different type of ribosomes, ribosomal subunits, RNAs, which are produced in the nucleolus and which are then occurring in the nuclear matrix, from where are then supplied to the cytoplasm for the purpose of protein synthesis. So different type of RNAs, for example, ribosomal RNA, transfer RNA, or mRNA, all the three type of RNAs are produced in the nucleus and are then sent to the cytoplasm for the process of protein synthesis. So RNAs undergoes the post subsequently. So after the formation of different type of RNAs by the nucleolus, which are occurring in the matrix, and there are certain proteins also synthesized in the nuclear sap or nucleoplasm, and which are then transported to the cytoplasm either for the further processing or for the process of protein synthesis also. So subsequently, RNA undergoes post-transcriptional changes in the matrix itself, where it is processed to smaller RNA pieces, and these smaller RNA pieces are then ultimately passed through the nuclear pores to the cytoplasm. So the this is about the information regarding the nuclear sap or the nuclear matrix. Now we'll repeat the various components of the nuclear sap or the nuclear matrix again. The actually the space between nuclear envelope and the nucleolus, the space between the nuclear envelope and the nucleolus is filled up by a transparent, granular, amorphous, jelly-like fluid or a matrix called as a nucleoplasm. The chromatin and the nucleolus, the chromatin material and the nucleoli are suspended in the nucleoplasm. The nucleoplasm contains nucleic acids, proteins, lipids, enzymes, and various organic phosphorus compounds, inorganic salts also. The proteins includes histones, non-histones. The enzymes includes DNA polymerase, which synthesize DNA, and RNA polymerase, which are responsible for RNA synthesis. So these are the different components which are present in the nucleoplasm or the nuclear sap. Then it also possesses nuclear sap or nucleoplasm also possessing nucleoside triphosphatase enzyme for the synthesis of high energy phosphates, that is ATP. Then NAD synthetase for synthesis of NAD and enzymes for the synthesis of spindle fibers for the process of mitosis. So these are the various type of enzymes which are essential for various purposes, such as either for the synthesis of DNA or synthesis of RNA, synthesis of energy, right? Or a synthesis of the proteins which will form the component of the spindle fiber attachment during the process of mitosis. So these are the different type of enzymes, lipids, proteins, then different type of RNAs, DNA are present in the nucleoplasm. Then chromatin fibers are normally about 100-degree angstrom unit thick. During cell division, becomes more condensed. The chromatin fibers which are present in the nucleoplasm are about 100-degree angstrom unit thick, and during cell division they become more condensed, more sharp, or more prominent with a two-stranded DNA and two chromatids joined together at the point or the structure called as a centromere. So during the process of cell division, that is mitosis, the chromosome become more and more condensed, short and distinct, and shows two distinct chromatids which are attached together by means of centromere at the one of the point or the region where two chromatids are held together by means of centromere. The chromatin of the chromosome possesses double-stranded DNA called as chromonemata, and also accompanied with basic histones and acidic and neutral non-histones type of the proteins. Means the chromatin material is composed of DNA, that is double-stranded DNA, and together with certain proteins, that is histones or non-histone proteins, called as nucleoproteins, associated with the DNA to form the chromatin material of the chromosomes. So the nuclear plasm, nuclear sap or the nucleoplasm containing different type of dissolved substances or the suspended particles in the form of proteins, lipids, enzymes, salts, organic salts or organic salts or inorganic salts, then minerals, ribosomes, different type of RNAs, DNA, and the chromatin material is also present in the nucleoplasm together with a conspicuous structure called as nucleolus uh, that is also present in the nucleus. There are two type of chromatins such as heterochromatin and euchromatin. So heterochromatin is a coiled and compact. Heterochromatin is a coiled and compact type of chromatin occurs during the interphase of the cell division, and it is metabolically and genetically inactive. Since the chromatin material or the DNA material of the heterochromatin region of the chromosomes, which is arranged in a compact manner, or it is occurring in a large quantity, and it is genetically inactive or metabolically inactive because of having less DNA and more RNA. So the heterochromatin regions of the chromosomes consisting of less DNA and more RNA and occurs close to the nucleolus and periphery of the nucleus. So heterochromatin is thus a Phyllis type of DNA, does not taking part in the process of transcription and translation easily because of its compact nature. Then another type of chromatin material present in the nucleoplasm, that is euchromatin, which is a loose form of the DNA or uncoiled DNA, and it is extended or scattered in the nucleoplasm, and it contains comparatively more DNA and less amount of RNA. It occurs in the center of nucleoplasm. It is genetically active and thus easily get involved in the process of transcription and translation, that is mRNA synthesis and the protein synthesis respectively. So this is what about the nuclear sap or the nuclear matrix. Now we'll explain the functions of the nuclear sap or nuclear matrix. Functions of the nuclear matrix. The nuclear matrix or the nucleoplasm plays three important functions such as DNA replication, DNA transcription, and post-transcriptional processing. In short, the functions of nuclear matrix or the nucleoplasm, that is first DNA replication or DNA duplication. So during the process of cell division, during the interphase, the chromosomes are very thin and coiled, but as the process of mitosis or the cell division begins, there should be a preparation of materials so as to divide the cell into two daughter cells with the equal distribution or equal amount of DNA and RNA in the daughter cells, and thus at first during the synthetic phase, the there is a process of DNA duplication or the DNA replication. So whatever the two set of the chromosomes of the species are present in the nucleus, they get duplicated to form a quadruplicate condition, means the diploid chromosome number becomes tetraploid. So there are really or usually there ordinarily commonly there are two set of the chromosomes present in the nucleus, but prior to the cell division the chromosome number is doubled, means diploid to tetraploid, and this requires the process of DNA replication. So the nuclear matrix thus provides the requirements or the various substrates or the materials which are essential for the process of DNA replication, that is providing the enzymes like DNA polymerase, and thus there is a process of DNA duplication. Then another function of the nuclear sap, that is DNA transcription. So whenever the different genes which are in the form of DNA in the chromosomes supposed to express or supposed to produce a particular biochemical or the protein, at that time the DNA is transcribed into mRNA. So messenger RNA is transcribed from the DNA strands of the chromosomes or the chromatin material, and which are then used for the further process of protein synthesis. So DNA transcription means mRNA synthesis, that is also occurring in the nuclear matrix. And thirdly, post-transcriptional processing. Post-transcriptional processing means there may be a process of protein synthesis may continue in the nucleoplasm, or maybe RNA strands or mRNA strands can be supplied to the cytoplasm so as to produce, so as to synthesize the respective proteins under the influence of mRNAs transcribed from the chromosomes of the DNA. So DNA transcription, DNA duplication, that is one function which is essential for the process of cell division, that is mitosis and meiosis. During mitosis and meiosis, the process of cell division requires DNA duplication so as to maintain the diploid chromosome number in a successive cell divisions or even during successive generations. So the important function of the DNA replication or duplication occurring in the nuclear matrix. Then secondly, the process of DNA transcription. So there are different number of the chromosomes containing different type of DNAs and performing or expressing different characters or producing or synthesizing different type of proteins. So the process of transcription will occur on the surface of the chromatin material or the chromosomes or the DNA which has been exposed to the surface so as to undergo the process of transcription, that is mRNA synthesis. So under the direction of mRNAs, different proteins are then synthesized, called as a translation. So post-transcriptional processing may be protein synthesis, that is a translation of the transcribed mRNA with the help of ribosomal RNA or the ribosomal subunits which are provided by the nucleolus, or a different type of RNAs which are produced by nucleolus, which are then released into the or occurring in the nucleoplasm, that are used for the process of translation, that is linking of different amino acids by the peptide linkage with the help of ribosomal subunits, that is consisting of rRNA, then different type of tRNAs which are responsible for the attachment of the different amino acids, and that are then brought to the mRNAs and the ribosomal subunits which are in close communication during the process of translation. So at the time of translation, there are mRNAs, there are ribosomal RNA, that is rRNA, and the tRNA, all the three type of RNAs occurring together and performing their role in the process of translation, that is a linking of amino acids one by the peptide linkage, called as a translation. So the nuclear sap or the nucleoplasm is thus very important material, providing the requirements of the DNA duplication, DNA transcription, and post-transcriptional processing such as translation, might be energy synthesis. So all kind of activities are then occurring in the nucleus with the help of nuclear matrix. So this is what about nucleoplasm. And uh, the another important material which is present in the nucleoplasm or the nucleus, that is nucleolus. So with this explanation of the nucleoplasm and nuclear matrix, we'll stop here, and next time we'll continue the remaining part of the nucleus, that is nucleolus. Thank you.